and you are now listening to the Spekks Coz show.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're here listening and ready for another good show this week. And hope everyone enjoyed last week as well. I put a video out on YouTube, so you're going to have a look at what me and Andy get up to in between the show and how the show runs.
Yes, and a link will be posted towards that, which is at the Spekks Coz show, which you can find us on Facebook and Twitter under the same handle. We will soon be having an Instagram where you can catch up on all our shenanigans over the stories over every 24 hours with that one, which would be quite interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. So, going back to last week, how's your week been then, Coz?
My week's been eventful. I say eventful because it's been quite stressful. So it's not been the best for me, but however, it has been a challenge, but challenges that I've overcome.
It's time to have a bit of fun anyway on a Wednesday night, so we can forget about the real world for at least 2 hours and, enjoy the time we've got here on the radio.
Exactly, and that's the exact reason why we love broadcasting to you guys, is because we love hearing your input, we love hearing your requests, your shout-outs and everything. So please get them dropped into below on our Facebook post. But yeah, no. How's your week been? Has it been all right? Or?
It's been all right. It's been standard. It's very Groundhog Day for me. Same thing. Work.
Yeah.
And the normal stuff. But yeah, no, it's been chill. It's this lockdown is a lot better than the last one because I'm now, I had the sort of the 7-day trial of the first lockdown, and now I've subscribed to enjoying it very much.
You're not paying a premium for that, are you?
Yeah, no, I'm not having a premium lockdown. No way. No, I work from home and home learning as well. So
yeah,
but yeah, it's interesting. I feel like I'm going through school again, doing the work, the home schooling with the kids. So
yeah, definitely.
The maths is. It's mad. Like I've seen year 5 maths.
Yeah. Oh, I remember you
madness.
Yeah, you sent a photo. We got a little group chat, and
it was like 138 times 72.
Like that's
not allowed to use calculator.
It's such an abstract number.
It's crazy. It was madness. I was looking. I was like, and honestly, I did a worksheet of year 5 just to see how long it took me. I was probably 10 questions, probably there for a good 20 minutes.
Oh really?
20. Just doing workout because it's crazy that I mean I feel like I'm good at maths. That's the only thing I was ever good at school, and this year 5 maths was just next level.
Wow,
it's unbelievable. But yeah, it's interesting. It's good. It's it's a different way of balancing life. But yeah, the week's been okay. It's been pretty standard, to be fair. So yeah,
I like to say that my maths may be okay, but after reading that question, in my mind, is it kind of like that they're trying to force education to go harder as time develops? Do you think?
Yeah, I think it's just everything's numbers nowadays. Everything's there's not a job where you don't use numbers.
No.
But it's just, I think they're trying to encourage the working out, but it's just crazy. Yeah, it's just for year 5. I can expect that in GCSE, maybe secondary level.
Yeah,
year 5 was just, it just seemed mad.
Yeah, I don't remember solving 138 times 72.
It was even just
like
that. It was like fractions times each other and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I did this in secondary, not year 5. But there we go. It moves on.
Yeah, but yes, we'd like to hear from what your guys' week's been. Has it been okay? Have you had any events? Anything? Quite strange sort of go on. You're currently going through a bit of a classical, I'd say classic, but it's more so much the 90s when it comes to our sound playlist today, because we hosted a poll on our Twitter, and it seems the most votes that we had was for the 90s music genre. Yes, sorry. But yes, moving on to that, we are heading into our next subsection, which is the strange stories of the week. Do you have anything surprising for us today?
No, some interesting ones, a bit different from the ones we had before.
Okay.
Which is quite nice. People still being a bit weird out there in the world for us, so I quite like that.
Yeah.
First one I'm going to go with is a lady has been taking her bins out in fancy dress for almost a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she every day, or not every day, every time she has the bins out, she changes her outfit, goes out in a fancy dress. So the one I'm looking at right now, she's dressed as Marge Simpson, for example. She said she got her inspiration when she saw Amanda Holding putting her bins out in her ball gown.
Okay.
The picture that went viral, actually, I remember that.
Oh, I think I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, so she's been doing that for a year. She's, as I say, it's a lady called Andrea. She's from Surrey. So a weekly venture out to the house to put the bins out, and she always goes out in fancy dress. She's started ever since sort of April last year, so obviously a lockdown sort of thing to keep her going through it.
Yeah.
She's changed, as I said, mentioned to Marge Simpson. She's always gone out in as Charlie Chaplin and Darth Vader. in her thing, and I can see there's a picture of her dressed up as a pirate as well, so maybe a bit of Pirates of the Caribbean as well. So yeah, she's gone out dressed out as a. So if you see this on the news or anywhere, have a look at her costumes because they're actually quite clever.
Has she got like a social media that she does this with, or
it is on her social media. It doesn't state what her social media is on here,
right?
But she has been posting on social media, so I'm sure you can find her on Twitter somewhere or Facebook.
Probably.
But go and have a look. But I'm sure she's kept her neighbours' spirits up in every week, just going out in different fancy dress.
I could never imagine. You know my dinosaur costume they were talking about last week.
Yeah.
I could never imagine like taking my bins out in that.
Just walking out.
Just wouldn't work.
No, it's normally just dressing gown and just slippers. There you go, like midnight when I've forgotten.
Oh yeah.
Did that last week. Yeah.
Oh, no.
But yeah, she's gone out. That Marge Simpson's very good. She's even walking out with 2 bottles of Duff beer.
Nice.
So yeah, she's taking it on her stride, and she's still going a year later. So yeah, well done to her.
Stay classy, Marge. Talking amongst the same subject of clothing and stuff, a Chicago man's unusual method of calling dibs on a parking space is gaining attention on social media after he perfected a method of freezing his pants so they can stand on their own. I mean, that's genius.
That's clever in its own right in the first place. I mean, even without the parking space. But how did he? What did he do to freeze them? Does it say at all?
It doesn't actually say, but apparently he's posted photos on his Twitter showing him reserving a shoveled-out parking space using pairs of frozen pants that he shaped to stand up on their own. It is common where he's from in Chicago, but there's no sort of social.
Is it in his street or is it like a workspace?
I think it's more so much in the workspace. I've not actually seen it, but his name is Adam Selzer of Westridge, but I'm gonna have to find this.
I wonder why he chose frozen. Like, I wonder why he chose that, like frozen pants. Like, he didn't just put like a big cone in the way or something. Like, why would he think? Oh, do you know what would be a good idea? I'm gonna freeze my pants and put them in the middle of a like. Is it supposed to like pretend that someone's there? Is it? I don't know. It's just a weird option to choose.
I mean, I think the more important question is: do you think he stands it legs up?
Yeah, or just lies it down.
Yeah.
Nah, legs up.
No. Well, could it be from like the ankle side of the jeans up, or could it be the opposite way round? So where the belt and the hip is going up,
so where the half,
so it could be a V.
I mean, you can imagine driving up to that and you just see someone's like half body in a cement. Like, you could probably look like someone's like dived in the cement like halfway.
Like
that would be more fun. That would be better to see, I think. Like the fact that you just see legs stick in the air, that would catch your attention a lot more. But yeah, I do wonder if he's done that. Yeah, that's a good question.
That is a very good question.
Right. So during work from home, I'm sure this is known to quite a lot of people. You get into a lot of Zoom meetings.
Yep,
for work from home. Me and you have them every morning.
Yeah.
Oh, not Zoom, but Microsoft Teams. But so this, there's a couple of stories this week. I've gone about how some Zoom meetings have gone viral. So starting with my one, a woman at the centre of a foul-mouthed online rural parish council meeting has told Sky News that she's never seen anything like it. So Jackie Weaver became a viral sensation after footage of her being heckled and shouted down by a handful of parish councillors was shared online.
Oh.
So Mrs. Weaver I think she's the head or the chair of the parish council.
Yeah.
Was kicked off with she was the person who kicked off the council chairman Brian Dover and placed him in a virtual waiting room.
Oh,
just kicked him because they couldn't turn him. So he's just sat there in the virtual waiting room. You've been in there before, the lobby.
Yeah,
and just waiting for someone to accept you. So she kicked him off, and then he just started to insult him and all that sort of stuff. I can't repeat anything they said because it's bad mouth. But someone had recorded it. Someone that was on the parish council had recorded the Zoom meeting and put it viral, and it's gone mad on Twitter. I saw this a few days ago. So if you can find that, it's actually hilarious. And it's not like, it's all like, you know, older, mature sort of adults than it is. Not like kids or whatever, so you think you need to have a little bit more decorum in a parish council meeting, but it's actually really funny. So he told her to stop talking, that's what happened.
Yeah.
And she obviously didn't like it, so she just kicked him out. See you later.
And talking of grace and decorum, a Zoom mishap turns a lawyer into a cat during a virtual hearing. Now, this is quite funny. You might have seen pictures are out floating on social media, but a Texas lawyer who was attending a virtual hearing via Zoom due to social distancing guidelines had to clarify that he is not a cat. when he was unable to turn off a filter that turned his face into a kitten. Which is like a small tabby, but it's quite funny. I mean, imagine taking quite a serious offence in a court hearing, and your lawyer, who's meant to be defending you, is just a cat.
Yeah, I've seen some horrible like viral things where people have done things like that, like changed the backgrounds or just forgot their webcams on.
Yeah,
that's the worst one, you know. But I mean, so the whole time he was talking, he was just a cat.
Yeah, he was just a cat, and he didn't know how to turn that filter off, which that's pretty embarrassing. I mean, I've had Zoom family meetings where I've stuck things like certain political figures in the background of my green screen.
In the green screen,
or a giant horse. As an example, things that are just random, some things that will make me laugh. But
we do it on our teams meetings, don't we? You can change the background and stuff like that. You know, we had one the other day, and everyone was like, look like they're on holiday.
Yeah,
you know, things like that are fun. But I can't. I would have just been crying of laughter if I seen that. It's the cat talk. I think it's the fact it's funny because it's such an important meeting. It sounded like.
Oh yeah.
The fact he's done that is just unbelievable.
It's like you can just imagine him sat there, just like, I'm afraid my lawyer is a cat. He just can't get away from that.
Imagine, right? It's your turn. It just pops up on your screen. You just like, what is going on? You wouldn't be able to take him seriously again, would you?
Never.
Right. So moving on to a bit more. It's politics, but it's a bit of a fun side of politics. So obviously we know we've had the EU Brexit and new rules have come into play in this country. So this is quite funny though, but. So a driver that was travelling from the UK had his ham sandwiches confiscated by the Dutch border guards, who said that they are now prohibited under post-Brexit rules.
Ham sandwiches?
Well, the meat can't go from the UK to the
Holland.
So because he had British meat in the ham, so he stole his sandwiches.
That's just not fair. You don't get any lunch.
Yeah, the video online shows official handling one of the contraband snacks.
Contraband sandwich.
Neatly wrapped in foil as he's asked his owner, do you have the meat or so do you have meat on all the bread or not? Which he replies, yeah, okay, then we take them all. So because he had ham sandwiches and all his sandwiches gone, yeah. So the driver asked if he could take the meat and leave me the bread, but is informed that everything had to be confiscated. So
he can't have any of his contraband, which.
Yeah. The spokesman of the spokesman, the guy who said, he said, "Welcome to Brexit, sir. I'm sorry." That was his reply. That's all that's all he could say to him. It's like, sorry, but I had to take it. So poor driver who's probably driven hours to get to Holland. Couldn't even have his own food because of the rules.
Yeah, but then again, I mean, saying that though, he could have just easily bought one from the next service station as you get into Europe.
I would have stuffed it in my mouth before he got a chance. You know what I mean? Like, great, like that's mad, is it not?
A little bit. I think it's a bit OTT.
It's not like he's going over to sell his sandwiches, is it? Like, it's his food.
I mean, you never know. There could be a ham shortage in Holland.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, that's. I just think the rules are just mad. But there we go.
Certainly are crazy. Scientists have actually now discovered a new species of chameleon in Madagascar, which could be the smallest in the world. This new species is called the Bruxia nana, and is about the size of a sunflower seed. That's crazy.
That is tiny.
Yeah.
It's kind of linked to last week's story where we had the oldest bat.
Yeah.
So you got the oldest bat, and now you got the smallest. Was it? Sorry, the
smallest chameleon.
Smallest chameleon.
Yeah, and they were discovered by a team of international scientists on a research trip to the northern rainforests of Madagascar. So far, scientists have actually only found 2 of the aforementioned species in the wild, one male and one female, and they are now studying them to find out why they evolved to be so tiny. Of course, there could be some sort of splice in the genes somewhere.
I'm impressed it was found. If it's the size of a sunflower seed, like, I wouldn't even notice it.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is that in this world, can you imagine all the things that we don't actually know about?
Yeah. There's animals out there that have not even been discovered.
Yeah,
or plants,
like in the
birds.
deep sea.
Yeah.
You know, there's some stuff down there. I'd dread to think what's down there.
I'd love to go scuba diving. The problem with scuba diving, I'd love to go do it.
Yeah.
But I'm so claustrophobic, I know I wouldn't. If that makes sense. Yeah. So somebody to just put me in like a big tank.
What about sort of reef diving? Would you do that?
That's not so deep. Plus, you've only got a snorkel, haven't you? So
you're not necessarily. Sometimes you can do scuba with reef diving as well. Yeah,
I mean,
seen it.
For me, it's the mask and the thing on your face.
Right.
That's what I struggle with. that was so. If I could go into like a mini submarine or something, that'd be great. But yeah, there's so much to be discovered, and say still even a chameleon, which is an animal we know of.
Yeah.
It's still a different species that we just haven't found, and it's crazy to see what the world still has left out there for us.
When you think about it, though, it's like if it's only just been discovered, it's a chameleon. They blend into backgrounds. How long do you think they must have been around the planet for?
That was definitely a good find then, I suppose. If it's I mean, chameleons, I imagine it's from very much like dinosaur kind of thing. So it could have been. Yeah, millions of years old, whatever. I don't really know much about that sort of stuff, but
no,
it's crazy to think that not everything has been found, and that's what's great about science nature, isn't it? Like, there's always something to be discovered. Yeah, just shows right there.
We learn something new every day.
Absolutely. So we all love it. We love to order delivery.
Oh, yeah, bit of Just Eat,
or Uber.
Yeah,
either one of those two. So I think we'd all have sympathy for this person after this next story.
Oh.
So a student was left hungry after receiving a message from the food delivery driver saying he had eaten her 2 burgers, chips and a chicken wrap.
Oh, what?
21-year-old ordered £15 worth of food on Uber Eats to be dropped off at their house in London. Then she got a standard message saying that her food was on the way, and as it got tantalising close, the notification came through with a message from the courier that's saying, "Sorry, love, ate your food."
Is that all that message body include? Wow. Wow. If so, I hope he's not working for the delivery service anymore because of that.
I mean, that's mad, is it not? Just eating the food.
Yeah, that's horrendous.
I've been a delivery driver for food, and it does smell great in your car. But I would never ever think about eating someone's food. That's just like, how do you think you'd ever going to get away with that?
Yeah, well, I've seen. I don't know if you've seen it, but I've actually seen like videos of, you get those Ring doorbell cams. Yeah, I've actually seen delivery drivers for, like, say, pizza places who have gone to people's houses, but they'll like take a slice out, or they'll take a bite of the slice and put it back in the box. And it's like, why would you do that?
What is wrong with that?
And still deliver it? That's wrong.
Yeah, you just wouldn't deliver it. Like, it's best to not deliver it at all, then just eat it and then go, there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's your leftovers.
Yeah, it's like, here's my tip. I'll have a slice of pizza. It doesn't work like that.
I can't believe, like, I'll be gutted, like. When you order a delivery, you're so looking forward to it, aren't you? Just like, brilliant, a bit of a burger, a pizza, kebab, whatever it may be. Yeah. And then someone's just gone, yeah, sorry about it. Oh, I would be mad.
I'd be traumatized.
Oh, 100%.
Moving on to our one of our final stories. It says 3 Cubans have been rescued from a deserted island in the Bahamas after reportedly living on coconuts and rats for 33 days. The trio were airlifted to safety by the US Coast Guard on Tuesday after being spotted waving flags during a routine air patrol. Various local media reports suggested that the group had lived on conch shells, rats and coconuts while struggling to find fresh water. I mean, that in itself is a feat.
Real life castaway, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, well said.
Does it say how they got stranded?
It says that the 2 men and a woman told rescuers that the boat had capsized in rough waters between Cuba and the Florida Keys, leaving them stranded on Anguilla Cay. 33 days, though. That's insane. But yeah, no, apparently in a tweet, the Coast Guard explained that they rescued the 3 Cuban nationals stranded on Anguilla Cay. I think I've pronounced that right. A helicopter crew transferred the 2 men and women to Lower Keys Medical Center with no reported injuries.
Oh, good.
So that's
good.
That's the good news.
Oh, the coconut, not so, but the rats.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Crazy. We got time for one more?
We got time for one more, yeah.
Let's go. It's a quick one. So a science mad boy had to have 6 hours of life-saving surgery after he ingested dozens of magnets for an experiment. So Riley Morrison, he's only 12, swallowed 54 magnetic balls to see if he could become magnetic. He wanted to stick himself to the toilet. He swallowed one batch on January 1st, the second on January 4th, but then failed to pass through his system. Riley woke up with his mum page 30 at the 2 a.m. When he told the X-ray revealed that there were many more than that, and fearing that it could burn through his organs and kill him, he was rushed to surgery for operation. So he swallowed the magnets to see if he could be magnetic.
Oh my god! I mean, he's watched too much X-Men. He's not going to be magnetic.
He's watched too much YouTube, I think.
It's like, it's like clickbait articles.
Only 12. I want to know where he got 54 magnetic balls from, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's a feat in itself.
Yeah, like where did he get that from? It's not like the shop's open to get it, maybe. And he's only 12, so But yeah, so it's a great story. So I can't not share that.
That's
kids
brilliant.
at their best, isn't it? Let's be fair.
That's really brightened my mood up.
Yeah. It's now, so it's on to the topic of the week. So social media followers would have seen that this week's topic is passion, and the reason it's passion is because that is, I've mentioned a couple times, is why me and Andy want to do this podcast. We want to get locals around to come and talk about their passions and promote maybe things that people haven't heard of before, things that aren't massive, and get other people into thinking, oh, actually, I might like to do that. Yeah. So, we're going to talk about our passion. It might be a bit boring for some people, I'll be honest, but we're passionate about it for reasons that, you'll hear in a second. So, in the future, when restrictions are a bit better and we can get people on the show, if you're really interested to come talk to us on the show about your passion, it can be anything you like. It's your passion. You won't get judged. There's no barriers, there's no levels to what it has to be. If you want to come and talk to us, then hit us up on social media, and we can sort of maybe get an invite for you into the show.
Definitely. We should get that arranged. But yes, please drop us a follow on, again, Spekks and Coz Show, which you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at the moment. But there will be other social media platforms to follow.
Yeah. Our YouTube is a new channel. It's Spekks and Coz Show, nice and simple. Please, there's a video on there already to say about how me and Andy, what we get up to very much during the radio show. Go on there, view it, like it, and subscribe. It just helps us build a bit of a profile for ourselves. We're starting from the very bottom, but we do need help to get up there. So we'd appreciate that if you can.
Definitely. And now moving on to our passions, and mine and yours are very much the same.
yeah. I mean, I think people have had enough about it with me, to be honest. But there we go. It's gonna be less. It's going to be more about the whole subject than just one particular team.
Yeah, definitely. It's you've probably already guessed it already for the regular listeners, but our passion here is football.
Massive football fan.
Yes.
Regardless of, we all have our teams, but football as a whole is just... Yeah. It's driven my life. I drive people mad about it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's huge. I've from very little to now, whether it's playing, watching, coaching, whatever it is, football is a huge part of my life. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like football, I never really, as I was younger, I never really sort of followed it too much. I only recently started following it back, probably about sort of 6-7 years ago when I first started working with the current company I work for. But it's had me sort of, I don't know, it's just kind of built upon my confidence.
Yeah, that is, you know what, you've nailed it right there. That is exactly what I did it for.
Yeah.
And that's why my boy does football now, and that's why I put him into it, because football is competitive. It is, though. Yeah. The social aspect, the togetherness of the sport.
Yeah. You
meet new people, your confidence shoots up.
Oh yeah.
It's good. It's great fitness. It's like, in what I love about football, anybody can play it.
Yeah.
No matter what level you are or how good you're at kicking ball, anybody can just jump into a game for 5-side and just mess about.
Yeah.
It's one of the only sports that I can feel like you can just jump in regardless of your level of ability.
Yeah.
And seen it from, so yeah, that's why I love it, because when I was younger, I had a bit of a break between probably 14 and 18, 19, because I injured my knee. So yeah, that wasn't fun. That was cricket related.
Yeah.
I've just got a bad knee anyway, but I just love it. I'll watch it, whatever team's playing.
Yeah,
I'll watch it, listen to it if you have to listen to it. But it's just, I drive people mad about it because I'm so into it. And they're like, you take it so seriously. I'm like, yeah, because I love it. Like, whatever you love, I'm sure you take that seriously as well.
Yeah.
But football's got such a... people either love it or hate it, I find. It's very Marmite.
Definitely.
If you like football, you love it. You don't just like football, you love football. Or you're like, I can't stand to watch that. It's just people falling over on the floor. That's all I ever get.
I get the same thing. And it's very much with football. Football's quite a Marmite subject to some. And like as you were saying, some people love it, some people hate it. But the main reasons that I sort of love it, especially sort of in the recent years, is because it just has that... There's that adrenaline, even from just visually watching it. You could be watching a match, and even if your team's losing, you want them to win.
Yeah, it's crazy how it changes you, isn't it? Like, you just get so... You just, like, we watch a game, and you just can't help but just get into it and get not aggressive with it, just, like, passionate about it. You know, that's it's not aggression, it's not anger, it's passion.
No.
I think that's very misconstrued sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh look, you know, when the World Cup, we were talking about the World Cup the other day, weren't we? In Spoons.
Yeah.
That was madness.
The other day in Spoons.
We were talking about it the other day when we were in Spoons. I wish it was the other day in Spoons. It was just like, the World Cup was mad.
Yeah.
Like, it was just crazy. There was people in there that didn't even watch the football match.
Yeah.
It just brings it together, and the passion of the fans is like, oh, look at those hooligan drunks.
Yeah.
No, they're just having a good time, and that's how they want to do it.
Definitely.
You know, people got such a negative opinion that don't like football. They just have a negative opinion, but it's what it does for me personally in my life is why I love it so much.
Yeah, and the thing that I've always loved about it, especially when getting back into it again, is I've now recently got a chance to play again. And I say we because both me and Jamie, we play in the same sort of 11-a-side type matches, and they're friendly fixtures in a way, so we just have a laugh with each other before all these restrictions of course come back into place, but we're both goalkeepers, and
try to be
try to be anyway. I mean, we've both made some audacious saves, we've had some blunders,
more blunders than audacious saves, I'll be honest.
To be fair,
I'm getting old.
The last game that we had before we couldn't play again, it was probably one of the best matches I've ever performed in.
It was starting to get really, I find it's better when there was more people. Like, it's more competitive, but like when you cross that, what they say, when you cross the white line, it's a different mentality, and it's so weird. Like, it's such a cliche thing to say, but it's so true.
Oh yeah.
When you get on that pitch, nothing else matters.
No.
Like, I could have the most horrendous day at work, or just problems in my life, whatever, you know, just whatever it may be, stressed out. As soon as I'm on a football pitch, it's gone.
Yeah.
I don't think about it for 1 second when I'm on that football pitch, and it completely changes me, and it's kind of rehab. You know, it's once I finish the match, even if it is a friendly, like we say, you come off feeling so much better.
Yeah.
And you think you just completely forgot those 2 hours or 1 hour, whatever it is, where you just not do anything. It makes you feel so much better, and that's what I love the most about the sport of football. Yeah,
definitely. And sort of alongside that topic, there is another sort of passion. It's not so much the same, it's acting as well. Those two are very much tied on that level with me.
Yeah, for yourself, yeah. The
main reason why I say it is because, again, it's another confidence builder. That there has given me, like, I recently got back into acting, but to a point where when I first started, it was more musicals and everything. But I decided, no, I can't do musicals. It's just not my scene.
Yeah.
I prefer the straight acting.
Yeah.
Like, just straight plays and everything else from that. But it's, I don't know, I've just had a lot of amazing euphoric feelings from being able to perform to an audience and hearing that raucous applause.
Yeah, again, though, like football, you've got great people to do it with.
Yes.
You know, and they take you away from that.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that's sort of one thing that sort of brought that along with me is I'd like to say that whenever I'm doing a show, I perform as a method actor. I really sort of indulge myself within that role that I've been given. Prime example, we performed a few years back the National Theatre's rendition of Frankenstein.
I remember you doing that because you shaved your hair off, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
And
you look like me.
Yeah.
What I look like now, yeah.
And Mark said to me, he was like, we'll get you a bowl cap. We'll get you a bowl cap. And I was like, no. And he was like, what do you mean?
Shave it off.
And I said, just shave it off. And he was like, are you sure? Because my hair's always been quite luscious locks, you know.
Yeah, more hair than I've ever had.
And it grew back really quick after the show, but it was every few days I was just constantly with a shaver over my head. And my mum, she hated it.
Yeah.
Like she said to me the first time that I did it, and I went over to the door, I knocked on the door and she opened the door and she just went, you look like a convict.
Nice. Thanks, Mum.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, Mum. But no, she still loved me the same. Yeah. It was just.
But I suppose, like for me, like it does for you, is that the thing that takes you away from the real world and such?
Oh yeah. Like as soon as I'm on that stage, and as soon as I'm playing that character, I'm not me.
No. That's the thing, I suppose, with acting. I don't act like I'm just not an actor whatsoever. I didn't even really like drama at school, but I can imagine because you can turn into someone.
Yeah,
you're not you. You know, and that I can imagine exactly what football does to me. Like my head just forgets everything, and I can imagine that's what acting does for you as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, moving back onto the football, I think football is very vital and important, especially when it comes to people's mental health.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I went for a real bad stage one period, and I didn't. That's because I wasn't playing football. As soon as I got back to football again, like it's the different. It's just so weird how it has that effect on me.
Yeah.
Like I've coached it, I've played it, and obviously I watch it, and I probably enjoy coaching more than I do playing because I'm just not very good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not rubbish. I'm just very average, whatever.
Yeah.
But I love coaching, and what I love the most about it is I've coached youth level football.
Oh, okay.
So I coached when I was 18. This is before I went to university. I helped coach like under 5s, under 6, under 7. So I was with him for a few years.
Yeah.
Brilliant, loved it. I wasn't a manager, but I helped the manager. Young coach. Most people actually probably know. He's called Will Martin. He's very well known on the coaching.
I know Will.
Yeah, he's been doing it years. Been doing
yeah.
absolute years. Been to every football club you could probably imagine around locally.
Yeah.
A really good guy. Very good with the children. And it was brilliant, and I learned off that, and then I loved it. So then that's when I went to university, and I wanted to study sports development and coaching. So I chose that because of what I've been doing, and I can't back out. Obviously, it didn't work out the way I wanted to do, but I still went out and volunteered for the coaching, and I coached under 13s football.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, mate, there's some jobs I've had in this life. That's the toughest one I've had. They're great kids.
Yeah.
But my God, teenagers. Like, I was only 22 myself.
Yeah.
Brilliant footballers.
Oh, yeah.
A really good team. Like, this training was funny.
Did they just have an attitude?
Yeah. Just teenagers, isn't they? You know what I mean? Like, you can't blame them. That's the way everyone was like that. But, they were great kids and very good footballers. And then, I say, when I coached ability football as well. So people who can't play mainstream football. Worked with a guy called Gary at Barnstable Football Abilities team.
Yeah.
I did the youth side, so I did the kids again. It was uplifting experience.
Yeah.
You talk about people who appreciate your time. These kids did. They just wanted to play football and I loved it, and it really, really, really good. And I wish I could do it longer. Life took over and I couldn't commit to them, so it wasn't fair for me to go in and out of them. So I just sort of come away. But yeah, coaching is so much better for me than it is playing. Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah, definitely. But that's the thing, is that with passions and things like that, is that and talking amongst passions, is that everyone has their own passion. Like acting and football are very much on par with myself. For Jamie's side is more the football, but on the coaching aspect. So there's all these different avenues of people's different passions. It doesn't have to be that generic one, which is why, of course, we want to hear about yours. It could be anything amongst like gaming. It could be music. It could be
food.
Yeah, food. That's
you're a
a
good
great
chef,
one.
like as in a chef, not as an eating. I mean, everyone's got a passion for eating food, 100%.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But cooking, we know some people who are chefs.
Yeah.
They absolutely love their job.
Yeah.
I think one of the toughest jobs you can get is cooking in a kitchen, because it's just mad. But they love to do it. So.
And one of our best mates, actually, he's a chef, and he works tirelessly.
Yeah.
But
they work some hours.
Oh yeah, and I respect him for that. And I've been in that industry, like through a previous job. I genuinely have and not what you're thinking of. No,
You're better flipper.
no, that was like my old job, sort of college years. But no, I actually went into more of a fine dining restaurant after that.
All right, you're fair.
Yeah. So and I used to work with seafood, and like breams, hake, sole, the lot. So it was a great experience.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is that, like, again, going back to that, passions are totally different. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, it can be literally anything. I'm interested. The more, what do you call it? The more stranger the passion is, the more I'm interested in learning about it.
Yeah.
Like if someone come up and is like, "Oh yeah, I've got a passion of knitting."
Yeah.
Right. Great. That might be weird to some people, but it's not to that person, and I'm interested to know why it's passionate to them.
Yeah,
that's the main point of our shows, and that's why you want to get people in. So regardless of your passion, if you want, even if it's about promoting your business, cool, that's fine, because that's your that's your passion, is your business.
Yeah.
So come on the show, drop us a thing. It doesn't cost anything. It's completely free.
Yeah.
I'm not going to charge people to come on the show or whatever. It's actually it's up to you when you come on the show. But yeah, drop us and you can sort it out, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, going back to the passions. And when I was talking about music, have you heard about a theremin by any chance?
Not a clue what that word means.
So a theremin is an instrument. This is really interesting, actually. When I said it, I was like, oh, I remember this because it's a weird passion.
Yeah.
And it's something I've always wanted to do. But a theremin is like a wooden box with it's almost like a steel rod that's coming out of one side of it at the end.
Okay.
But you don't touch it. How
do you play it?
With the air. So you manipulate the air with your hands. So by creating shapes with your hands to create a certain tone, and you can add a vibrato by moving, say, your hands towards it. It's insane. I'm going to show you this later. It's amazing. But that's the sort of things you want to see. Things that are totally out of the blue.
A theremin.
Yeah, a theremin is what it's called.
Put it up on Facebook so people know what it is later.
Yeah, I'll put that on the show for those who are watching. It's
you play it by moving the air.
Yeah, so you don't actually
whistle,
touch it. Yeah, it sounds like it, but it's almost a string instrument. And I say that because of the noise that it outputs. It's haunting. Is the only way I can describe
I've never seen one. Yeah,
I've never seen one.
When you show me, I'll be, oh yeah, but no, on the top of my head,
Yeah.
like so whoever plays that, then fair play, like that's genius.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've never seen one in the flesh.
No.
I've just seen them online. I've been like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, music is a great passion. People, singers, producers, instrument players, anyone like that.
Yeah.
Come on, give us a song.
Going back to sort of the passion of football, what as an origin drove you with that? Was there any
How'd I
sort
get
of
into it?
particular? Yeah, was there anything that sort of was like your first memory to go? Wow.
It's a dad thing. I think my dad was into football, so naturally, your son is like my boy. Like, I'm a football man. He ain't got no choice but to listen to football. To be fair, but I think my dad's a football fan. He played football. I used to go in Sunday League. He used to play for Lanky.
Oh yeah.
I remember watching him pitch side.
Did they have a pitch at Lanky? Did they?
Yeah, they got two pitches. One that's got a bit of a hill, and then the other one. I can't think what they're called.
I think I know that one. That's what the hill. That's like by the park, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's one. But I think that's where he played on. I believe, but they got a new one. I don't know. It's you go up the lane by the other one. It's just up there. So.
Yeah.
I remember turning up to watch him play. He played. I believe he'd probably correct me later, but I think it's right back he played.
Right. Okay.
I don't know why. There's always one memory that sticks in my mind. Is he injured himself and he came off. Fine. He just couldn't really play. And he had to be a linesman. But he used umbrellas as the flags. I always remember that memory. I don't know why.
Did they open the umbrellas to like signal?
Yeah. No, I just so watching that and then growing up watching. He's actually a Man United fan.
Yeah.
And obviously he grew me up to be a Man United fan. There's actually a picture of me in a Man United kit. Do you remember the black sharp ones?
I'm gonna use that for like your birthday.
Someone's probably got it. Yeah. Someone's probably got it. But then growing up, obviously, like. Grew around. Spit my words out. Grew up around someone who was a Liverpool supporter. So my stat was I was a Liverpool supporter, but I was always like Man U. And then I saw like Steven Gerrard and Michael Owen growing up, and like that's when I started to take notice of football. Yeah. So because of those players, I love it. And then being obviously instead of being a Liverpool fan, I just naturally went into a Liverpool fan. So before that, I didn't really know who I was supporting, kind of thing.
Yeah, you were kind of in that lull.
When I took notice of what I want, and I think the main thing is Man United kept winning back then. Yeah, I'm very much an underdog person. So supporting a team that kept winning wasn't a thing for me. It didn't feel passionate enough to
drive it.
It's kind of on the winning anyway. Like you remember the status, the glory hunter. That's what Man United fans were called back then. Like, all my friends, I kept calling glory hunters because Man United just kept winning.
They did. And that was what between like 04 onwards, wasn't it?
They dominated the 90s and the noughties. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
like Liverpool did in the 70s and 80s. It's one of those things. But so growing up, and then obviously Steven Gerrard was the main pull for me. Like I think it was like 1990. I want to say 98, something along those lines where he started. Yeah, and that's when I started playing football. So that's how it started. It was mainly watching my dad play football, Saturday League football. Yeah, and thinking I want to do that. Yeah, definitely. And it's funny because even though I was very young, watching my dad, I didn't remember my dad playing a lot because I was so young when he finished. When I play football, and my mum and my sisters and all that all watched me before, and they're like, "Oh, you ain't half like your dad on the football pitch." But I never, it's weird how consciously I am, even though I've not really seen what he was like because I was so young. Yeah. But about the aggression and the way. Even when my dad watched me once, he come down when he was down here and he watched me. We were in a semi-final of a cup, and I was playing defence at the time, and I just slide tackle someone, and he's like, "You slide tackle exactly the same way as I did." Like, how weird is that?
How weird to pick that up as well.
Yeah, he noticed it. He noticed himself in me. Yeah, and he's like, "You just like me on the football pitch." Like, very mouthy. I mean, you played with me, but I was just because passion. I wanted to win. I don't care if it's a friendly or it's a league match or it's a cup match. I want to win that match. Yeah, and that's what I was always like. People hated playing with me. But when I was off the pitch, I was fine. I was chilled.
Well,
And the arguments you have on the pitch, you forget when you're in changing rooms. That's the amazing thing of football. As soon as you're off the pitch, no one cares.
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally no one cares about what you've said or not done or whatever on the football pitch. It's like, game's over, let's go to the pub.
Yeah. And that's the thing is that I've had that sort of same experience. Is when I'm like on the pitch, people would tell me like, "Why are you like so aggressive? Why?" And it's like it again drives towards that passion. And whenever I'm like on the pitch, and say if there's too many mistakes defensively or in the mid, I'm probably on, say if I was on a side, one of the most vocal and the ones who could point out, look, there's too many, say, players on your right. You need to balance it out.
Yeah.
And without that drive, people just don't get that.
There's nothing more frustrating when you're a goalkeeper and no one defends.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because I've been a defender,
Yeah.
it makes it worse. So, because I'm like, I know I'm not perfect. I've made many mistakes in my life as a defender. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I was a perfect defender, because I definitely wasn't. But at least I tried.
Yeah.
I tried to close it down. I tried to. When you hear people try, and it drives, because I care so much about the game, it drives me so mad. And I was, it just, really rolls me out. Oh, I think angry.
Yeah.
It really annoys me because I care about the game.
Yeah.
You know, so it doesn't annoy me, but I've had some, good experiences. I was lucky enough, you do it unfortunately, but lucky enough to go to St Mary's.
Oh, yeah.
It was only a 5-side, 6-side tournament or whatever it is, but it just being in the stadium was great. I've been and watched. We've been and watched up in St James's Park.
Yeah.
I went to Anfield once. I really wish I could get there. It's just so hard to get tickets.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I've been to the new Wembley. I've been to. I've even been to like little league ones: Exeter City, Plymouth, Fleetwood Town.
Fleetwood Town.
Yeah,
Nice.
I went to Blackpool for a week.
Yeah.
We went and watched Fleetwood Town. They were playing pre-season.
Yeah.
They were playing Burnley. Actually, it was quite a good game. Where have I been? I've been to York.
Yeah.
York City were in a conference.
Yeah.
Atmospherically, that was the best game I've ever been to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was mad because it's low league conference, so the fans are pure fans. They live around the corner, and and we were putting the fans' end, I suppose, and someone scored a free kick in the last minute and won 3-2.
Wow.
Oh, it went off.
I bet.
I'm not even York
Pitch
City fan.
invaders?
No, not quite. I'm not even York City fan.
Yeah.
I went mad for it.
Really?
Yeah, because I was a fan for that day.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And it was crazy, but atmospherically, that was the best one I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Best stadium I've been to, I would say St James's Park over Wembley.
Really?
Yeah, the new Wembley's, I don't know, it just doesn't have that vibe in it when you're watching it. I don't know whether it's because I was watching the Women's FA Cup.
Yeah.
And the stadium wasn't filled, but St James's Park that is what you call passionate fans, Newcastle fans. Oh, it's a religion up there.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing is, like, I've been to multiple sort of football games, but the ones that always stand out to me, and probably ones that I've actually visited the most frequently, is like St James's Park in Exeter.
The smaller St James's Park.
The smaller St James's Park, yeah. And I used to stand on the big bank.
The big bank, yeah.
Get a sausage roll or a pasty and just sit there with a cup of coffee as well. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
But no, so it's one of those great memories and ones that you can just cherish forever. Oh, actually, no, I went down to Plymouth and watched the playoff final between Pompey and
that
Plymouth.
Was mad.
Yes, and the 90-minute header.
Yeah, that was mad. Yeah, you went with Ed, I imagine.
Yes, I went with Ed.
I he was crying with me.
He was. He's a Pompey supporter, and unfortunately,
there's a bit of advice before we go to a song is if you want to get into football and don't watch on the telly right now. When the fans are allowed back in the stadium, go into a stadium and watch the football. That's when you know how good football is for people.
We are staying here for another hour. You are back listening to Spekks and Coz, and we are going to be doing our new Spekks versus Coz show challenge.
Yay! I like this bit.
And how it's going to work is that me and Jamie, we pit each other against the odds by multiple different questions, and the tally as it stands is currently 1-1.
It is.
And
Well, what have we done? So we've done
the first challenge we did was about us.
About us, yeah.
And then the one that we did last week was the
Memory Lane.
Memory Lane, yes. And today, as we're going on towards our passions,
okay, we're gonna do all about our passion, which is obviously football, but more specifically our own football teams.
Yes. So I'm going to be asking Jamie up to 10 questions based on Liverpool.
And now I'm going to ask 10 questions based on Anthony's.
Anthony.
Hello, Anthony. How are you?
I'm doing very good.
Good. Andy's team, Arsenal FC.
Yes. So First off, name,
Jamie,
age,
30,
favourite team.
Liverpool.
Great. Are you ready?
No, I'm not. I'm actually not, because I tell everyone I know everything about football, and then I come to questions and I'm terrible.
Well,
so I'm actually nervous about this bit, especially because it's Liverpool. I'm going to sound right doofus on the radio now, but let's go. Let's give it a go.
You best be ready, because question number 1, here we go.
Go for it.
How many of the first 8 games did Liverpool win in the season 2010-11?
Oh, 2010 to that was a Roy Hodgson era, I believe. Probably not a lot. I'm going to go with... We didn't have a great time under him. So I'm going to go 3.
You're locking in 3, yeah?
Going 3, yeah. It was a bad era.
Moving on to question 2. Question 2. Where did Liverpool finish at the end of the 2010-11 season?
Okay. If it is the Roy Hodgson era, I'm going to say... I'm going to go... I'll probably... Yeah, I'm going to go 9th.
Yeah?
I think it's 8th or 9th.
Okay.
It was a bad time to be a Liverpool fan.
Mate, I'm having the same experience at the moment. Come on.
Oh, no, I don't do that right now. I gave up.
You're locking in 8th or 9th?
I'm going to go 9th.
You're going to go 9th. Okay,
Yeah.
so James answered 9th for question number 2. Number 3. What player made his Liverpool debut against Bayern Munich in the European Super Cup of 2001?
Oh, debut. Bayern Munich.
Yes.
2001.
Big name.
This is after the FA Cup where we beat Arsenal 2-1, wasn't it? Because Michael Owen scored a double, so it's got to be after that.
Me.
Yeah, no, that's how I'm. I had to play in my head.
Yeah.
Big name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Gonna need an answer. You've got 10 seconds.
I don't think it's right, but I'm gonna go with Xabi Alonso.
Okay.
I don't think it's right because I think he's a bit further on than that. But
Fair
I can't
enough.
think of anyone.
So Xabi Alonso for number 3.
Alonso, yeah.
Number 4. Liverpool signed Fernando Torres from which Spanish club?
That's easy. That's Atletico Madrid.
Locking in that answer?
Yeah.
That was a nice and quick one. And number 5. Who wore squad number 15?
When?
2005 and 6.
2005, 2006.
Yes.
Got a feeling. Now this is a hell of a shout if I get this right. I got a feeling it's Igor Bishkin.
Oh, okay.
The only thing is I don't know if he was in that era.
Yeah.
Number 15. Igor Bishkin. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna go Igor Bishkin. Yeah,
You're gonna go for Bishkin, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Liverpool secured the services of who they described as the best goalkeeper in Spain in July 2005. Who was it?
I feel sorry for Jersey Dudek when he did this, because Jersey Dudek just won us the Champions League and then he gets replaced by Pepe Reina. I think that's so harsh.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I actually hated Pepe Reina after that.
Really?
Yeah, I love him now.
Oh, yeah,
Goalkeeper,
definitely.
But at the time I thought, you just won us the Champions League.
Yeah.
And then he go and replace you. I just thought, especially with the saves that he made in the penalty shootouts.
Yeah.
It's very harsh. But yeah, I'm going to go Pepe Reina on that one.
Getting remnants of Karius, that man.
Nah, never that bad.
Who was the new manager to take charge of the club in the 2004-05 season?
That is Rafa Benitez.
Yeah.
Rafa
Locking in that answer?
Benitez. Yeah.
Nice.
Great. Yeah. Brilliant. He first manager to win the Europa League and then the Champions League the next season.
Now this is going to be quite a hard question. The first match Liverpool played in the Champions League was against which team?
In 2005.
2004-05, yes.
I know who this is
Oh, do you?
because it's. Do I know this? Or was it
Do
the
you?
year after? One year they had to qualify from round 1 of the qualifying stage.
Okay.
But I got a feeling that was a year after because they came 5th in the Premier League but won the Champions League and they were told they have to qualify. And that first game was TNS,
Okay.
which is a Welsh side. I got a feeling this might be Hoffenheim.
You're going with Hoffenheim, yeah?
Yeah, I believe it's a German team.
Okay.
I think it's Hoffenheim.
So looking at Hoffenheim for question 8, yeah.
Yeah, because they had to qualify that year.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Number 9, this should be a nice and easy one. Which number did striker Michael Owen wear?
There we go. Number 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the reason I supported Liverpool, so that was easy. Yeah.
I knew that would be
the
an
only
easy
game
one
I'd
for
ever
you.
watched at Anfield, actually. Michael Owen scored a double, which was always amazing. They
Nice.
beat Bolton 2-1.
And finally, the final question, number 10.
Yep.
Who is the midfielder/forward Leeds sold to Liverpool in 2003?
The forward.
Midfielder/forward, so he varied.
It's got to be Harry Kewell.
Yeah? Locking in that answer?
Yeah, because the only other forwards I know from Leeds were Alan Smith and Mark Viduka. And obviously they didn't play for Liverpool, so I've got a funny feeling it's Harry Kewell.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to go for that.
Worries. Okay, so that is the 10 questions that have been asked. And just to recap, we're going to be going over the questions again. Jamie won't be repeating the answers. However, if you do want to join, please get a pen and paper handy or even write in the comment section below. Question number 1. How many of the first 8 games did Liverpool win? Question 2. Where did Liverpool finish at the end of the 2010 to 2011 season? Question 3. What player made his Liverpool debut against Bayern Munich in the European Super Cup final of 2001? Question 4. Liverpool signed Fernando Torres from which Spanish club? Question 5. Who wore squad number 15 of 06 to 07? Question 6. Liverpool secured the services of who they described as the best goalkeeper in Spain in July 05. Question 7. Who was the new manager to take charge of the club in the 2004-05 season? Question 8. The first match Liverpool played in the Champions League was against which team? Question 9. Which number did striker Michael Owen wear? And finally, question 10. Who is the midfielder/forward Leeds sold to Liverpool in 2003? Did you want to go over any of those answers again at all before we...
No, the first half was hard. The second half, I think, out of the last 5, I got 4. The only one I'm not sure about is Hoffenheim.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason Hoffenheim's in my head.
You going to still lock it in? Or?
Yeah, no, Hoffenheim. I'm going to go with because I can't think of anyone else.
He is locking in that answer now.
First 5, not so sure.
That's fine. Before we go into it, we have actually got a request for a song which is coming up next.
So I've got a request from a little 3-year-old that is listening to me. Hopefully he's listening to me and behaving himself. My little boy Jack, he loves his songs. It's We Will Rock You by Queen.
Moving on, we are going to be going through the answers for the first 10, for the 10 questions that I mentioned for Jamie's Passion, which, if you got your pen and papers handy, make sure you mark these off correctly.
Yeah, I'm nervous for this.
Are you?
Yeah, just because, like I say, it's my club I've followed. Like, it's just, you think you know, and then someone asks you a question, like, I don't know. So yeah, no, it's good. It'd be good to know. It'd be good to know how good my knowledge actually is about my football club. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Definitely. Right.
Let's go for it.
Question number 1. I asked you, how many of the first 8 games did Liverpool win of 2010 to 2011?
I think it's the Roy Hodgson era. It wasn't great. And I put 3.
Put 3. Well, the answer was actually 1.
Oh, 1, even worse.
So even worse. So
I bet it was the Roy Hodgson era, wasn't it?
It doesn't actually state, but it wouldn't surprise me. Apparently, though, it does say that it was at home against West Bromwich Albion, and it finished 1-0. Was that
so only just
win.
1?
Yeah, and it's West Brom as well, which is better. They were 19th in the Premier League table after Game 8.
Man, see, we've been through. Everyone, all the fans are moaning now. We've been through a lot worse. Let's just chill out. I think.
Question number 2. Where did Liverpool finish at the end of the 2010 to 11 season? Your answer was?
I went 9th.
Yeah.
I was toying with 8th, but I remember we finished really low one year, so I'm going to go with, hopefully it's this year, and I think it was like 9th.
You got to be so generous to yourself. It's actually 6th.
Is it?
Yeah, so Liverpool finished 6th behind Tottenham despite winning more games, scoring more goals and having a better goal difference than them. Liverpool lost 14 games versus 8 losses by Tottenham. So can you imagine the amount of draws that kept them up there?
That was the issue with Liverpool back then. They just kept drawing everyone.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't beating the teams that, you should beat. Like, they should beat. That was their only issue, and then obviously that's changed now. But that was such a Liverpool thing to do.
Definitely. Question number 3. What player made his Liverpool debut against Bayern Munich in the European Super Cup final in 2001?
I've gone Xabi Alonso here, but I believe that's a bit early for Xabi because I don't think he was with us till about 2003, 2004. But I just couldn't think of anyone. I'm going with Deep Mahaman, but
The answer is actually none other only than John Arnorisa.
John Arnorisa.
Yeah.
What a banger he was.
Not only did he make his debut in a major European final, he also scored in it.
Yeah. He scored it now, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, what? Yeah, hell of an effort.
Liverpool signed Fernando Torres. This is question number 4, sorry.
Yeah.
Liverpool signed Fernando Torres from which Spanish club?
I believe it's Atletico Madrid.
It was indeed. He became captain of Atletico Madrid at the tender age of 19.
Yeah. I remember that. They were so shocked when he left, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I think he finished his career there as well, I believe.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he went to Liverpool, then Chelsea, which didn't work out. Then he went to...
Oh, yeah, Chelsea, where he skied like every shot.
Yeah, it's so weird to be he's such a great striker and then just not. It was the same league as well. Like, it's not like he's gone to a different league.
No, it's not like Timo Werner nowadays.
Yeah, and then I think he went to Atletico Madrid and then just finished his career there, I think.
Yeah.
For your club.
Oh, he did, didn't he? Yeah, because he played alongside, was it Griezmann at the time?
Yeah. Have you seen him now?
Oh, he's built.
He's stacked, isn't he?
Yeah, it's insane.
He's the youth coach of he's like the under 23s or whatever coach. You wouldn't mess with him, would you? As a coach?
Yeah.
He was
see him in the dark alley, you turn around.
massive,
Oh, bit of a squeak.
Yeah, he's huge.
Question number 5. Who wore squad number 15 of 06 to 07?
I'm going with Igor Bushkan.
Yeah.
I've said it right, and then through that song, I think it's wrong.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who it is though, but
You've locked in your answer.
I think
but who
Igor
would you
Bushkan
think?
was number 5 and not number 15. That's
Okay.
what I think. But no, I've got to go with Igor Bushkan. That's what I put.
Right. Question number 5 was who wore squad number 15, and the answer was actually Peter Crouch.
Peter Crouch.
Yes.
Oh, how have I not got that?
So
Yeah,
he
did,
moved
yeah.
to Liverpool from Southampton.
Yeah.
Crouch had an excellent debut
What a legend.
season at Anfield with his 05 to 06.
Yeah.
When he scored goals against the likes of Manchester United, Everton. Oh, did you see his advert that he's been in recently?
The betting advert.
Yeah, is it Paddy?
Paddy Power.
Yeah.
His wife absolutely owns him at the end.
Yeah, it was amazing.
We can say we've all been there. Well, you can't really.
No.
Yeah. Peter Crouch is just one of those footballers that no one hates.
No.
You can't hate Peter Crouch.
Well, he was a national treasure, you know.
Yeah, exactly. He's just brilliant, isn't he?
Oh,
There's no
definitely.
one like him.
I'd love to get him on the show one day. Like, can you imagine if he just decides, you know what, let's go for a bit of a local show. Come down here, come down here.
Yeah, his
great.
Peter Crouch podcast is brilliant.
Oh, I love it. It's brilliant.
It's so funny. Yeah, if you want to laugh, listen to that. It's actually hilarious.
Question number 6. I asked you, Liverpool secured the services of who they described as the best goalkeeper in Spain in July 05.
It's Pepe Reina.
It is Pepe Reina. Reina represented Barcelona and Villarreal before being signed to Liverpool. He was pretty good at saving penalties. As in 04 and 05 for Villarreal, he saved 7 out of 9 spot kicks he faced.
Yeah, and then he saved the penalty in the 2006 FA Cup final against West Ham
He did indeed.
to beat them. That was a great FA Cup final. That was
Phenomenal.
That was a famous Steven Gerrard goal.
Question number 7. Who was the new manager to take charge of the club in 04-05 season?
And that is Rafael Benitez.
It is Rafael Benitez, or otherwise known as you were going to say,
yeah.
Rafa Benitez. He was named the Liverpool manager in 04 after much speculation about who exactly would have been the next manager.
Yeah.
Question number 8. I asked you, the first match Liverpool played in the Champions League was against which team?
Now I've gone Hoffenheim.
Yeah.
I thought about it. Did they count qualification stages? Because if we're talking about the groups, then I have no idea. So I don't know. I've gone Hoffenheim.
Okay.
I think it's a German team, but they did qualify. They did have to qualify because they were the first team to win the Champions League
Yeah.
via the qualification stages. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know that they qualified. So I've gone Hoffenheim.
So it didn't actually specify whether it was group
Yeah,
or
and
qualifying.
I should have asked at the time.
Yeah, it doesn't say. But however, they actually played Grazer, AK. Grazer?
Graza?
Grazer AK in the Champions League,
Who that is?
where they
How do you
won
spell
that
it?
tie. Grazer AK.
Not a clue.
And they won the tie 2-1, with Steven Gerrard scoring 2 wonderful goals as Liverpool won the first leg 2-0 in Austria. So I
so
presume
it
they were
was
Austrian.
qualifications then. Because
Yeah, of course it is, because it had 2 legs. Yeah, of course it was.
2 legs. Yeah, so it must have been Graza. Nope, see, didn't know. I need the first one the year after because I remember it being the local Welsh side TNS,
Yeah.
and I think we won like 9-0, and
Yeah.
Gerrard scored 7 of them. Like, over 2 legs. Like he scored 4 and a 3, I think. I believe. Like it's just stupid.
Question number 9. This should be a nice and easy one for you. I asked you which number did striker Michael Owen wear.
That was number 10.
Of course, because Michael Owen scored on his debut for Liverpool in '97, and he'd never looked back since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He annoyed Liverpool fans a little bit.
He did, but you can't deny.
He went and played for United.
Yeah, but
you just can't do that.
Yeah, but then again, you can say that, but it's the same thing with, like, say, Cesc Fabregas.
Yeah, but Cesc Fabregas is now the ambassador of your club.
Yeah.
Like, that's the worst bit. He went and played for United.
Yeah.
And now he's an ambassador for the Liverpool Football Club, and the fans are going, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, it's not a great image, is it?
Well, yeah, it's a bit irritating.
Question number 10, and the final question. I asked you, who was the midfielder / forward Leeds sold to Liverpool in 2003?
So I've gone for Harry Kewell.
And it was Harry Kewell. Yes, so he joined Liverpool from Leeds in 03 and 04.
Yeah.
I didn't know much about him myself. But
decent player.
Yeah.
He's on the wing. He's quick. He could make things happen. But unfortunately he got injured in the Champions League final 2005 after about 25-30 minutes or something like that.
Oh, did he?
So, but because of that change, we changed our way we did, and then came back and won it. So silver line on that. But yeah, he's very injury prone. That's the problem with Harry Hill. He's now manager of, I want to say, Crawley.
Oh, okay.
He's someone like that, lower end.
Nice.
So he's into management now. Yeah. And another fact about him: his wife was, I think she was called Trish out of Emmerdale. Can't think of her own name, but that was his wife in Emmerdale.
Oh, phenomenal.
Yeah. So yeah, he loves a bit of the English culture that way.
Now then, I'd like to hear your tally, if that's all right.
So, 10 questions.
Yep.
I got a very average 5 out of 10.
Oh, that's not a bad
5.
score. Yeah.
I said 5. I was confident in those 5. So
yeah.
The first 2 was just it was more of a punt than anything.
Yeah.
I knew it was a bad era. I knew it was the Roy Hodgson era, so I knew it wasn't great numbers. The Hoffenheim one, it must have been a different year that they played Hoffenheim in the qualifications. I remember them playing them Hoffenheim, but just not the right year again.
No.
Igor Bishkam, it annoyed me now. I need to find out what number. I'm pretty sure he was 15, but he might have been 15 before Peter Crouch came along. I don't know.
Potentially. Igor Bishkam, he does sound like quite a...
he was like a DM, like a centre. Yeah, he's like a defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
Sometimes in defence as well. So that number makes sense a little bit if he's a sub as well. So
definitely.
But good questions. Enjoyed those.
Yeah, I thought you would. I thought it's something
Well.
different. It was a mix of old and new.
Yeah, you always learn on these quizzes. That's what I love the most. So any Liverpool fans out there, been great to see if anybody heard. If anybody got more than 5.
Yeah.
If you have, then message us. But with proof.
We need proof.
Just to see so you've got more than 5. But yeah, that was a great set of questions. So. It's on to you next. So, hope you enjoyed all those songs. I love those 2 songs. Backstreet Boys. Well. What a legend song that is.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, that has 90s written all over it, do you mean? When you think of 90s, there's like certain bands, Spice Girls, Boyzone, Backstreet Boys, those kind of, they're the cheesy sort of bands. So, great couple of songs there. Right, so it's now time to find out how much Andy knows about his football club.
Here we go.
Are we confident?
Not really. And if my dad's listening, he would probably give me a slap with a shoehorn.
Well, let's see if your dad can get him on as well then, if he's listening.
Definitely. Fingers crossed.
Right then. So let's get to the Arsenal questions.
But yes, so basically, if you've not been here from before, the rules are we're going to be reading 10 questions. Well, Jamie's going to be reading 10 questions about Arsenal to me, and I've got to answer them to the best of my ability.
So let's do this mastermind style. Your name?
Andy.
Your age?
26.
And your special subject?
Is Arsenal.
Let's hope so. Right, let's get to it. Right, I'm going to try this. I got these, to be honest, I cheated. I got these off a website because...
Well, see, with the facts that I based on my ones, mine were the same. So.
Yeah. I didn't know what to ask you. So
yeah.
Right, question number 1.
Ready.
From May 2003 to October 2004, Arsenal went unbeaten in the Premier League. Across how many games were they unbeaten?
Across how many games were they unbeaten?
Yeah, how many games did they go unbeaten?
Well, that's an easy one. That's 38.
Over the whole... it's not one season. It's just unbeaten in a row.
Wait, unbeaten in a row.
So they went from May 2003. So this is 2 different seasons.
Right.
To October 2004.
Oh, 49.
Right. Okay. So you're going for 49.
Yeah, locking in 49.
Sorry. I didn't know if I said the question correct. That's why I repeated it for you.
No, that's right. Yeah, no, I just misheard it.
That's fine. That's all right. So, That's question number 2.
Yep.
How many goals did Thierry Henry score in his career at Arsenal? I'm going to give you a buffer. I'm going to give you 10 either way.
Right.
All
okay.
right. So this is career goals. This isn't just Premier League goals. This is career goals at Arsenal.
Didn't a player recently overtook this as well, and it was Aguero. Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it was 190.
Going with 190?
I'm going to go with 190.
Okie dokie. I'll lock that in if you want.
I've locked in 190.
Okie dokie.
However, can I just quickly change my answer to number 1? Just thinking about it here. I've not got cheats.
No, it's cool. We're not going to number 10. So you want to change from 49?
From 49 to 51, sorry.
Okay.
Because I remember having loads of conversations about this, but I'm probably wrong.
Sure. Right. Question number 3.
Yeah.
Which Arsenal player, along with Thierry Henry, scored his 100th goal in the season 2002 to 2003 to help them join the exclusive 100 goal club at Arsenal?
Oh.
So there's a bit of an OG player here.
OG player. I'm probably going to go with Robert Pires.
Robert Pires?
Yeah, I'm going to go
Good
with
player.
Robert Pires.
I thought he played for you. Yeah, great player.
He's a great player,
Yeah,
mate.
he's a good player.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at Robert Pires.
Robert Pires.
Yes.
Question 4.
Yeah.
Who were Arsenal sponsored by in the 2000 to 2001 season?
Dreamcast, I think. I'm pretty sure, if I'm going to lock it in, I'm going to say Dreamcast.
Dreamcast?
Yeah. And that was...
You ever have a Dreamcast?
I actually did, yeah.
you?
And I came with a little virtual memory card, and the
Yeah.
memory cards had a little screen on them.
Yes.
So you could actually play a game on the go. It was really interesting. But great
No,
bit of tech.
it was, why didn't you think that went anywhere? Just,
I don't know. Well, to be fair, it was kind of it's kind of like a Nintendo Switch, but old.
Yeah.
Because you could play it on the go.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's weird that never
LED
banged,
screen.
was it?
Yeah.
Question number 5?
Yes. Question number 5.
No, number 4.
Number 4.
No, number 5.
Number 5. Testing you.
I scrolled up on my screen, not realised. Question number 5. Which club did Thierry Henry leave to join Arsenal? So where did they buy Thierry Henry from? What club?
I want to say it was Nice.
Nice, French club. Yeah.
Yeah. I
I thought it was a different club. When I wrote this.
Leon.
When I
I'm
got
looking in Leon. Sorry, my bad.
When I got this question, I actually thought it was a different club, so I got it wrong as well.
Yeah.
You locked in Leon, yeah?
Yeah, I've locked in Leon. I was thinking Nice at first, but I don't know. My heart just seems to be set on Leon.
Okay. Which Arsenal player was the inspirational figure in Spain's success at the Euro 2008?
Wait, say again?
Which Arsenal player was the inspirational figure in Spain's success at Euro 2008?
That would be... Surely, no. Oh, you've got me thinking now. I'm gonna say Patrick Vieira.
Spanish.
Oh, Spanish. Sorry,
Yeah,
no, Cesc
Spain's
Fabregas.
Spain's 2000.
Sorry, Cesc Fabregas. My apologies. It's been a long day.
Cesc Fabregas, you're going for, yeah?
I'm gonna. No. Sorry, no. Apologies. Change that back. I've done this a lot already. Santi Cazorla.
Santi Cazorla.
Yes.
Good player.
Yeah,
Great player.
I'm dropping
Still
him
going,
for...
isn't he?
Yeah, he is actually. He is currently playing for
Villarreal.
Villarreal. Yes, he is.
Recovered from some sort of illness, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yeah, not sure what, but hopefully he's well.
Hopefully you should get this one right. What's the name of the Arsenal mascot?
Oh, it's the Gunnosaurus Rex, of course.
Gunnosaurus Rex.
Yeah, locking that one in.
Who nearly lost his job due to
But I mean,
COVID.
that is an amazing gesture from Ozil, though, to cover his wages.
Well, that links me nicely to the next question. Didn't you mean for it to happen, actually? What club did... Sorry, I forgot. I thought I didn't write the answer down then. What club did Mesut Ozil play for before joining Arsenal in September 2013?
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid. Going to lock that one in?
I'm locking in Real Madrid.
Real Madrid. He's now at Fenerbahce, isn't he?
He is at Fenerbahce. Yes, he's gone back to his roots.
Yeah. Shame that he went the way it did.
Very big shame, and it's annoying how it's more indoor politics and it wasn't really expressed as to why, but we all kind of know.
Yeah, no, especially when he did so much for the club. You know, it was like you said about the Gunnosaurus Rex thing. He the guy was going to lose his job.
Yeah.
Or women, could be a woman, I don't know who's underneath it. But and he's like, nah, just take out my wages.
Yeah.
Like, unbelievable. I know he earns a bomb, but still. Right, so that was 2013. So question number 9.
Yep.
Arsenal's most expensive club signing, Alexandre Lacazette, has played 275 matches and scored 129 goals, but for which European club did he do that for?
For which European club?
Yeah, so it's the team he played for before Arsenal, pretty much.
Oh, then that would be Paris Saint-Germain.
Paris Saint-Germain?
Yes, he came from PSG, and he was meant to be a big staple, but he struggled to settle in over the sort of the first year. But he did score a considerable amount of goals, but it wasn't enough to carry the league.
Lacazette's just one of those, what I call a name buy. So, and he's done well for Arsenal, to be fair. He's done better than most, but he was a name at the time, and everyone was like after him. Like you had the whole rumours: United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, all after Lacazette because he was banging in French goals.
Yeah,
and then he just didn't hit the heights he needed to, did he? In the Premier League, he had a tough first year, didn't he?
No, yeah,
but good player though. Does the job that you need when he needs it to be.
Yeah.
Last one. So to the closest 1,000, what is the capacity of Emirates Stadium?
Oh, to the closest 1,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it was a really random number, and I was like, well, you're not going to get that, so I've given you to the closest 1,000.
I think it was 98,000. No. Yeah, 98,000, I want to say. No. Okay, change my answer, sorry. Lock in at 114,000.
114,000 is the capacity of Emirates, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Right, let's go. So, any ones you need me to go through again, or are you happy with all your answers?
I'm happy with my answers. There's nothing that I seem to have missed that I think of. If you just want to reel off the questions, yeah.
Cool. So, for everybody at home, if they are joining in, from May 2003 to October 2004, Arsenal went how many unbeaten games in the Premier League? Question 2, how many goals did Thierry Henry score in his career at Arsenal? I will give you 10 either way. Which Arsenal player, along with Thierry Henry, scored his 100th goal in the season of 2002 to 2003 to help him join them in the 100-goal club for Arsenal? Question number 4, who were Arsenal sponsored by in the 2000 to 2001 season? Question 5, which club did Thierry Henry leave to join Arsenal? Question 6, which Arsenal player was the inspirational figure in Spain's success at Euro 2008? Question 7, what is the name of the Arsenal mascot? Question 8, what club did Mesut Ozil play for before joining Arsenal in 2013? Question 9, Arsenal's most expensive club signing, Alexandre Lacazette, scored 129 goals in 275 matches for which European club? And final question is the capacity of the Emirates Stadium to the closest 1,000. So those are the questions. Andy has answered them, and we'll be finding out the results very shortly. Right, let's get into this quiz decider now.
Yes.
Ready for Andy's questions and answers. If I can find my page, I'll get onto it. There we go. We're back on. So, obviously this part was Andy's passion, always football, but his main passion was Arsenal FC. So, let's get to the answers.
Yes.
From May 2003 to October 2004, Arsenal went unbeaten in the Premier League. Across how many games were they unbeaten?
I said 51.
What did you say before?
I said 49.
You should have stuck with your answer.
Oh, no.
It was 49.
Oh, that's
They got beaten on their 50th Premier League game, and that was, you know who beat them?
I'm going to say it's United.
It was Man United, unfortunately. Yeah. Pie poopers.
Pie poopers.
Yeah, 40, and then I think he played one more game, and then the game after Liverpool beat as well, remember? It kind of went downhill from there.
And it has done ever since.
49 is still the top, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, still great.
Still the top.
Oh, I'm so gutted that I changed my answer, though. I was so confident, and I was like, no.
Yeah. When you said it, when 49 straight away, I was like, yeah, it was easy. And you changed your answer, I was like, no. But there we go. So, next question, number 2.
Yes.
Your idol. How many goals did Thierry Henry score in his career at Arsenal?
And I said 190.
190. You're not too far off, actually. A pretty decent guess. The answer was 226. So anything between 216 and 236. Give yourself a tick.
That's a cross for me because I answered 190.
190, yeah. But you're right. Sergio Aguero stole that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I mean, what striker he is, but
Aguero,
yeah. It'll never be forgotten, will it? Never be forgotten. As much as I hate Man City, never be forgotten. Question number 3.
Yeah.
Which Arsenal player, now along with Thierry Henry, scored his 100th goal in the season of 2002-2003 and helped them join the exclusive 100 goal club at Arsenal?
And I said Robert Pires.
Robert Pires, great shout. Wrong shout, but it's a good shout. I didn't even think about that player. It's what we call the genius on the pitch, Dennis Bergkamp.
Oh, it was Bergkamp. I was toying between that or Robert Pires.
What a striker he was. He was underrated, wasn't he?
I thought these were going to be sort of curveball questions where you think, it's going to be the obvious. It's not.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem with the Eagle Bishkan, wasn't it? I was like, it's got to be someone random.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dennis Bergkamp, obviously famous for, it's famous for a lot of things.
Bergkamp flick.
The Bergkamp flick against Newcastle United, wasn't it?
Yeah, phenomenal goal that was.
Unbelievable. Not seen anything like it since.
No.
Number 4. That was really Devonshire, wasn't it? Number 4. So, who were Arsenal sponsored by in the 2000 and 2001 season?
I said Dreamcast.
And it was Dreamcast.
I thought it was.
Point number 1, Dreamcast. There was only a year, wasn't it? It was literally that one season.
Yeah,
Dreamcast went bust, didn't they?
Yeah, well, it then changed to Sega. No, Sega was before, sorry. Then it was Dreamcast, and then it was O2.
Okay.
That was the next sponsor.
Yeah, O2 was, O2. It was O2, yeah. It was O2 for many years, wasn't it?
It was. O2 was a long one, and then it moved to Emirates.
And then moved to Emirates when they moved to Stadium, yeah. Right, number 5. Which club did Thierry Henry leave to join Arsenal?
Now, I originally answered Nice, but I changed that to Lyon.
Yeah. I thought it was PSG.
Okay.
I thought it was a French club. It's not.
Is it not?
It's not. It's Juventus.
No way was he at Juventus before.
I checked that as well.
That's insane.
Yeah. It's Juventus, crazy.
I thought it would have been a French club.
I thought it was a French club, yeah. I think that's just the norm, isn't it, when you have a French player, they come from a French club. Yeah, I thought it was PSG for some reason.
Wow.
Yeah, so, that was Juventus. Yeah, great. Good. He's played some good teams, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Juventus, Arsenal, and Barca.
Yeah, huge.
And then back to Arsenal again, yeah. Great career. Number 6, is this?
Yeah.
Yep. Which Arsenal player, was the inspirational figure in Spain's success at 2008?
I said, well, apparently it's auto-corrected here, but I said Santi Cazorla. It says Santa Cazorla.
It's funny because my answer that I put here auto-corrected itself as well, but I'll tell you in a minute. Who did you say before that?
I actually said Cesc Fabregas.
Yeah, you should have stuck with your gun again.
No
your
way.
Your gut is telling you the right answers and you're moving.
That means
so it is Cesc Fabregas. My autocorrect says Cesc Fiberglass.
Amazing.
So from now on, he's Cesc Fiberglass.
He is Cesc Fiberglass.
What a player? Yeah, good player again. Obviously, he moved on to Barcelona. But, great player. So, you should have said stuck with your gut. You'd have had 3 by now.
That's annoying.
Yeah. So, the next one was quite a simple one.
Yeah.
What was the name of the Arsenal mascot?
And I said Gunnosaurus Rex.
It is the Gunnosaurus Rex. Probably one of the most iconic mascots in the Premier League.
Football history.
Yeah, you just know who it is. I don't think Liverpool have a mascot. Not that I've never seen a mascot.
You got the not the Griffin, is it? It's
the liver bird.
The liver bird,
the bird of Liverpool, but
there's no.
I don't think nobody walks around as a liver bird. No, never seen it before. They're all about their anthem, aren't they?
Yes.
Next question.
Yeah.
Leading on from the Gunnosaurus Rex is Mesut Ozil.
Yeah.
What club did Mesut Ozil play for before joining Arsenal in 2013?
And I said Real Madrid.
It is Real Madrid, yes. Yeah,
Lovely.
Great signing that was. Big, massive signing back then.
Yeah, huge signing.
He was a big player at the time, wasn't he? So, that was a great signing. So, shame it just didn't work as he needed it to work.
Yeah.
There we go.
Unfortunate.
Question number 9.
Yeah.
Arsenal's most expensive signing is Alexander Lacazette. Now, he played 275 matches and scored 129 goals for which European club?
And I said PSG.
Okay, and what did you say before that?
I didn't.
Did you not?
No,
this is not what you said. You said someone else before that.
Just PSG.
No, this is the answer you put for your Thierry Henry question. It's Lyon. Or Olympique Lyonnais. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
He didn't play for PSG. Lyon is his French club.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah.
I swear Lacazette played for PSG.
Yeah, no, it was Lyon. I knew it wasn't PSG. I just knew it was a French club. I didn't know it was Lyon. But yeah, Lyon was the club, Olympique Lyonnais. Yeah, yeah. So he scored. That's a great ratio, by the way. One in every other goal, every other match.
Every other
One
match
goal.
is insane.
No wonder he was hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember loads of teams were after him. It's like he bought, like they're buying a name.
And you're kind of right at the moment because he's just been a holding striker.
Yeah. It's building, isn't it? I think.
Oh yeah.
I think was he now 30 odd? 30?
Yeah, getting a bit old. He'll be retiring soon enough.
He'll be pushed out, won't he? I'm sure. The final question.
Yep.
Simple question: the capacity of the Emirates Stadium to the closest 1,000.
And I've butchered this. Because I said 114,000.
When he said it, I tried not to laugh. I was like, Wembley's only 80.
Yeah, I was literally like, oh no.
Yeah. So the answer's the closest 1,000 for anybody knows is 61,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like 60,700 and something.
We actually had a message in from a listener, which was Mark, and he said to me that your stadium is less than Spurs because Spurs is 62,000.
Oh, he put that point in.
Yeah, and I was like, no way.
Isn't that the stadium that was like a toilet seat?
It does look like a toilet seat, to be fair. So
yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
Oh, he's giving me an exact figure as well, which is 62,303.
62,303. Yeah. So I think Emirates was 60,700 and something.
3 of those seats, the ones at the end, those are just taken up by Mourinho himself when he has a strop.
Yeah.
Well, when he did have a strop, anyway.
All the seats, but no trophy cabinet, right?
Definitely.
Yet to install that. But yeah, so that's that. How many questions do you get right?
A measly 2.
Just 2, was it? I thought you won that.
No.
You got Real Madrid, you got Gunnosaurus.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, no, sorry, 3, sorry.
3, and then you got...
So I got 3 out of 10.
Yeah. Which one did you get?
Which I could have had 6. I actually could have had 6.
Yeah, you could have had 6, yeah. You would have beat me if you stuck with what you got.
So, unfortunately, not unfortunately, it's unfortunate for me, but it's fortunate for Jamie.
It's 2-1 to me now, isn't it?
It's 2-1 over the radio show
2-1,
challenge show,
yes.
which we are running. However, that is all we've got time for when it comes to the quiz itself. So congratulations again to Jamie for winning the Spekks vs Coz challenge this week.
Yes.
If you do wish to get involved, please follow us on our social media. But next week we are going to be talking about something quite interesting.
Yeah, so I'm so close to our lifestyle as well a little bit.
No, not just close to our lifestyle.
Everyone's.
Close to everyone's lifestyle, yes. And that there, I don't think we're going to give away too much. We may give sort of small hints over the coming week. However, please do follow us on our social medias, which is Spekks and Coz Show, which you can find on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And also, we have our first YouTube video as generously edited by Spekks himself.
Yeah.
But otherwise...
Yeah, I think that's it for the week. I've enjoyed this week.
It's
football, isn't it? Like I could do a 2-hour show on football.
You can do.
I like the fact that it's you talk about something passionately, and that's the aim. And I've been going for. But honestly, going back to the point that we made right at the beginning of the show, if you do want to come on here and talk about passions, then please let us know, and you're more than welcome.
Otherwise,
I'm Spekks,
and I'm Coz, and you're listening to the Spekks and Coz Show. Thank you for listening, guys. We'll see you next week.